Doing good.
Oh, thanks, Don. My new pal Don over here. We just met through the magic of the internet. We know each other already. It's pretty great. And you know, if I can't think of what to say, I'll just keep pretending that there's something.
You got to check out his YouTube channel.
I'll catch you later with that check. All right. Boy, I interviewed for a while. I had a gig writing for Acoustic Guitar Magazine, and I interviewed these three blues guys: Paul Jeremiah, Roy Bookbinder, and Steve James. And I went down to Merlefest, which was a blast, and we interviewed Roy Bookbinder. He still does, travels around in a big mobile home, you know. So we met in Roy's bus, and I was interviewing them about, you know, these were three guys who had spent a lot of time with Reverend Gary Davis and with Furry Lewis and these other earlier blues guys, you know. So I was interviewing them what that was like. And at one point, I asked Paul Jeremiah, I said, well, so now, would you consider yourself a folk musician or a blues musician? Oh my goodness. He said, well, you know, folk music used to mean something, but now it's just all this me, I, singer-songwriter, and if I think of Woody Guthrie, could come back today and see it, he would be sick to his stomach. And I was like, whoa, okay, touched the nerve there. And Roy was like, you done it now, Paul, we ain't gonna make the cover of the magazine with an attitude like that. Anyway, whenever I'm going back and forth between playing other people's tunes and my own, I just feel like I gotta say, okay, that was great, now we're going back to the me, I. When you tell my story, get it right, get it right. I'm a purloined letter, hidden in plain sight, a phoenix with long eyelashes, can't be bothered to rise from the ashes. When you tell my story, when you tell my story, when you tell my story, get it right. When you tell my story, get it straight, get it straight. I'm a Klondike fortune, killing time as a paperweight. It's a thankless enterprise, but it's better than smoke getting in your eyes. When you tell my story, when you tell my story, when you tell my story, get it straight. When you tell my story, do it with a fountain pen. I'm a Maltese falcon, mislaid in the post again. All this talk about rebirth, it's hard to believe the flames are worth it. tell my story, when you tell my story, when you tell my story, get it right. Okay, here's a tune that I learned from a Grant Green record. Anybody familiar with Grant Green, jazz guitar player? Yeah, so great story about this record. It was produced by a pianist named Duke Pearson, who was a wonderful composer. And he wrote this tune I'm about to play. And he had set up the session, and there were like 7 guys in the band. Saxophone, piano, guitar, bass, drums, a couple of vibes. So he was up in, the session was going, and he had written this tune, and they started the first song, and Duke was up in the booth, and they're recording it up for Blue Note. And the first guy who soloed went for twice as long as he was supposed to. And it was already like a really slow ballad. And so everybody else just went ahead and took twice as long as they were supposed to. So the whole thing came out to like 14 minutes instead of 7, which might have fit on, a record. So they tried to do it some more times, but nothing ever had the vibe of the first take. So they just put it out as the full first side of the record. And that was it. So I'm not gonna play the 14-minute version. I know I'm captivating and all that, but really there are limits. So here's Idle Moments. This is on an instrumental record that I made, which we have some out there at John and Becky's booth. And so the first tune also is that I played, Miss Henderson. That's on a record also out there. So normally I don't even bring these things up because I'm an artist, man, and to bring up the commercial, I don't want to sully the whole experience and act like there's really anything about it but the music. So I usually don't even talk about the fact that there are CDs and they're for sale and you can go get them. And just want to avoid that whole, let's not go there because it compromises the art, right? So the more I talk about it, the more compromised I feel. So I'm really. Should probably the records, the fact, just play the music.
So, I've been standing in the back, and I gotta tell you, what I noticed, when I was up here, I was hearing one thing. When I went back to the back, I can hear, when you do little vibratos and details and whatnot, I mean, the details are coming through like gangbusters. And the more you play, the more you're starting playing the details.
Yeah, and you know, I couldn't even plug into my usual preamp and stuff, and go straight into the amp, and so getting adjusted to that, but it's great, I can hear everything.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Anyhow, if you got something else you want
Are we
to go
done?
for it. No, you're not all done. I just thought I'd interrupt you with a little commentary.
Well, I appreciate
A little information from the hinterland.
that is fantastic, you know, I appreciate that you came up instead of shouting from the cheap seats.
Have you got one more, David?
I have got one more, sure.
Thank you.
Should I do another tune, or should I do another standard, or should I just be my own bad self and pick something?
While you're doing that, have you told them that you've got instructional stuff and video and?
Well, now, we had a little chat about that.
Okay, good.
I do. I have some CDs for sale, and if you go to John's booth, there are some cards you can pick up that have my website. I've got a website with a bunch of I've got tons of YouTube videos out now, and I've got a new lesson project coming out on my own website called Fretboard Confidential that's starting in a couple weeks. So that might be something you want to check out if you don't have enough guitar information at your fingertips already.
Can we say one thing about that? He says more or less. He says more or less on Fretboard. I've been following him for like 6 months. And I'm telling you, it's unbelievable. You gotta check it out.
An unpaid testimonial, there it
David
is.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
David Hamburger on YouTube.
It's actually Fretboard Confidential. Like
And
LA
there's cards
Confidential.
at my desk. So you can-
Yeah, there's cards there, so if you can't remember that, which is understandable, it's a mouthful, you can go grab a card from John's desk, and there it is. All right. Okay, I'll play this one. This one's sort of fun. Right before I left New York in 2000, I got really sick of guitar playing, which I know sounds crazy, especially around here. But I had just discovered, I had a really good friend, a pianist named Trisha Woods, who also taught where John and I did. She is departed now, but she hipped me to a whole bunch of great piano music. And through that I discovered the early Jelly Roll Morton piano playing, and James Booker from New Orleans, and all these great musicians. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna go like take King Porter Stomp and learn it on the guitar. That's too hard. It was much easier to just kind of figure out what the music feels like and then just make up my own thing. I was so gratified to hear Tom Bresch play. Well, first of all, from the first notes he played last night, I was like, oh, this is the groove I want to just bathe in. And then we went to, what was that place we went this morning for breakfast? Monell's. Yeah, we decided that was like the food equivalent of listening to Tom Bresch. He was just like, I was going to bathe in this fried chicken and cream gravy. But I loved when he said, you know, that he never learned anything verbatim. That he was like, I got the melody, I got the chords, I got my own thumb, I'm going to do my thing. And I was like, you know, that's great, because I come here and I just figure everybody's just going to be some monster who like learned every Merle Travis song when they were 5. And I'm like, oh man, I forgot to do that. So I didn't learn how to play King Porter Stomp on the guitar, but I got some New Orleans licks out of it, and I wrote this song, which I will play for you now. I forgot to say thank you for having me here and letting me use your amps, and you should all try them out. They're really pretty snappy. And thank you, John, for inviting me to come play. I wanna holler when I hear your name, but you don't ever seem to feel the same. It's such a mystery, baby, what you do to me. It makes me wanna weep and moan beneath your window with a saxophone. Tell you in every key, baby, what you do to me. It's just an oversight. You haven't met me in the pale moonlight. Maybe then you'd see, baby, what you do to me. Last night I dreamed that you were at my door in just a necklace and a new shampoo. Woke up in misery, baby, what you do to me.